In this series, I started a landscaping business with $500,000 and a pickup truck in the hopes of making millions. Will I make it big or will I go broke? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome back everyone to another episode of the landscape series. Right now, I'm on my way to grab my excavator because we kind of had a problem. So if you guys can remember, one of the first jobs we actually did with this company, we built a pond from scratch, and I guess we didn't do it right because it kind of failed. Water went everywhere and there's dirt almost on the road. I'm not too sure if I'm going to need a dozer right now, so let's grab the excavator and get to that job as soon as possible because I don't know if it's actually on the road, and if it is, the city might find us. On the plus side, I actually hired somebody to drive our dump truck, and they're going to come in handy today because we have to move probably 50 loads of dirt today. Okay, just strap this down, then we're on our way. I'll see you guys at the job site. And if you guys are enjoying this content and would like to see more landscaping videos, smash the like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Alright guys, so I've been driving for about 15 minutes now and we're finally to the property, and I'm kind of scared to get out to see what's actually wrong. Okay, this is a lot worse than I thought. Oh no. Well, apparently we didn't do this right. The dam actually failed completely. Oh, what a mess. I don't even want to see how much dirt's actually gone over the bank because there's a lot. Yeah, that is not good. Okay, that's a lot more dirt than I thought. I don't think it's on the road, so we're safe that way. But let's get started. Well guys, I actually called someone that knows a lot about ponds. So I called Chris from Let's Dig and he told me exactly what I did wrong. So apparently you're supposed to dig out all the organic material and actually put back clay as your dam. And I never did that. We used topsoil, roots, anything that was already in the ground, and that's why it failed. And he's actually surprised it didn't fail before now. And I am too. Okay, so I get the excavator brought over and I just thought of something. One dump truck's not going to be enough to move all this topsoil, especially since we need to get clay brought to the site. So I'm actually going to buy something for this. We're going to buy a dump trailer. Well, that should be good there. I don't think I'm going to need that right away. We're going to go get the dozer later on if we can actually get all this dirt moved. I just got off the phone with the dealership and we just purchased our very first dump trailer. It cost $60,000. It's actually in pretty good shape, and I actually had to do everything over the phone. I really don't have time to actually go inside and get everything figured out. So we're just going to hook up and get on our way. And we are finally back to the job site. So it looks like Chad's here and he's ready to be loaded. So I'm going to go up, grab the excavator, load him up. After talking to Chris, he told me not to use this dirt at all. So we're just going to bring this back to the shop and screen it when it actually dries out. But my plan to actually buy a screener is actually going to be put on the back burner for now because this job's actually going to cost me money. So I got to clean everything up and the homeowner will pay for the new clay and to get the rest fixed up. So that means I got to pay for all the cleanup myself. So we got to truck all this material back to our shop, and that's going to take a lot of time, a lot of fuel, and it's going to cost a lot of money. Something like this could actually bankrupt the company. I'm hoping they don't do it to us. The only good part about this, our shop's not too far away, so a round trip is probably going to take him about 35 minutes. I was actually thinking about hiring on a couple of trucks, but that would cost too much money, and we only got $28,000 in the bank. Alright, so it takes me about 10 minutes to load a truck, so we got Chad loaded and he's on his way. So I'm just going to fix this area up a little bit, and then I'm going to actually drive the truck down, load that up, so when Chad gets back, he don't have any downtime, he can just hop in the other truck and go on. There's actually a lot more dirt here than I thought, and we gotta get rid of all of it, and I don't know if there's enough room at the shop. So if we do run out of space there, we can actually bring some to that job where we got the excavator. We need to put grass there, so we're going to need some good topsoil. It might be a bit wet right now, but we'll let it dry out. There we go, we got this loaded up. I'm just going to push it down so DOT don't see the dirt sticking out. Now this truck took me about 15 minutes to load. It is a lot bigger than our dump truck, but Chad's back. So perfect timing. Now this is going to take all day for sure. I didn't realize how much dirt was actually here. We've been doing it for close to an hour now and we barely got a dent put in. I wish I had money to actually hire on a couple dump trucks so we can get it done faster, because this job right here is not going to make us a lot of money. Well guys, it's probably been 6 hours so far and we actually got a big dent put in. We started going a little bit faster. And I think this might be the last load, just for the fact that we're going to need a little bit of topsoil to fix this hill up so we can get some grass there. That way it don't slide anymore. And he's on his way and we need to get down because he just informed me he got the truck stuck. So we got to go down there and try to move our semi. So first things first, let's make a little ramp so we can get down. Now I should probably wait for him to get back, because if I'm going to do this myself, I'm going to have to try to push the truck as much as I can with the excavator, then hop in the truck and see if we can drive out. and it could be done a lot faster with 2 people, but I'm pretty impatient. Okay, I think this might work. So we get the excavator actually putting pressure on the truck, so that way we should get a little bit more traction. So I'm gonna hop in the truck now, lock everything up, and see if we can actually go. Oh, we're spinning bad. I'm assuming this spot got so wet from all the water from the pond, and yeah, we're stuck really bad. I wonder, if I go to the back, will I be able to push it better? I just don't want to beat up my truck, and I don't want to damage the fifth wheel, so we gotta be very careful. And I gotta make sure I actually don't beat up our tailgate. So let's go right gentle. Okay, that wasn't gentle at all. What? It's moving? Oh, I don't like this. Okay, yeah, this is probably not a good idea. I guess we're just gonna have to wait for Chad. Well, guys, it's actually been an hour, but we finally got the truck out, and Kevin's actually gone to the quarry right now to get his very first load of clay so we can start rebuilding. So my plan right now is to grab the excavator. There's a couple spots up there I actually gotta fix up and dig out before we can actually lay the clay. And I finally got this done, so we got everything ready, we just need the clay, and I was actually talking to the homeowner, and this would be the perfect time to actually make the pond a little bit bigger. I mean, since there's no water into it, it's going to be a lot easier to do. So we got to dig out that corner a bit more. Nothing too major, it should only take us about 45 minutes. Wow, that looks a lot better. So we're going to be putting a dam right here, and this pond is going to be double the size. But I do hear a dump truck, so that means Chad's back, so let's get that unloaded so he can get back with another load. You know what? There's actually going to be a slight change in plans, so I'm actually going to unload this dump truck while Chad takes our semi, goes back, and grabs the dozer. I was actually talking to Chris again, and he said the best way to do it is to use the dozer. So for this first load, I'm going to use the excavator because it's going to take about an hour to actually get the dozer here, and there's probably one more spot I will actually use the excavator. We need to put an overflow pipe in, which we didn't do last time, so that might be another reason it failed. Anyways, it's actually been a few hours. I actually went myself to the quarry and got a couple of loads while I was waiting for Chad. He's having a bit of troubles with the dozer, but he's finally here. So let's go switch that out so we can actually get this pond built. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this excavator is actually going on another job, and I can't wait to start that one. So we actually got to do a septic system, and it's probably going to take me about 2 days to do. Well, we got to get this job done first. Well, we got the excavator loaded up and Kevin's on his way to the next job, but that got me thinking I should probably get insurance so next time something like this happens, we don't have to pay for it out of pocket ourselves. I wasn't thinking this could happen, but it can, so we definitely need insurance because this right here could really bankrupt the company. It's a good thing I actually got the equipment and a little bit of money so that don't happen. And I almost got this done, so I'm gonna need probably one more load to actually finish off this dam for the pond, and we should be good to actually start doing the back of the pond and trying to get that sloped out and just doing some finishing stuff. I'm just going to back the truck back there. I don't think Kevin really wants to. It is pretty narrow and it's pretty scary with this dump truck, so I'm just going to do it myself. Oh, okay, I went really close to the side. I just think he don't trust my work. He thinks it's going to fail. I hope it don't, but I think this should be the last bit of clay we're going to be using on this pond. I think the rest we can just fill in with some ground. We don't need to get this expensive clay. Well, I don't think anyway, but I should probably call Chris and double check. So I just got off the phone with Chris and I got some good news. So he said we don't need to use clay there, which is going to help me out a lot. Alright guys, so it's actually been a couple hours and we finally got this job done. So I didn't need to use clay for behind the dam, that sloping we had to do, so that was $800 a load and that saved me a lot of money, so I was able to use normal dirt there, which is only about $200 a load. But I still lost a lot of money from this job because I had to pay for all the removal of the old dirt and fixing myself. Now they did pay for the clay and the little dam fix up, but that's still not going to cover what we had to do on this job. So I took a loss on this job, but at least I was able to fix this job and the customer is actually pretty happy. But check it out guys, so we got this area sloped out. There's a little bit of dirt there, don't pay attention to that, we'll get rid of that at some point. But we get this all ready. We're probably going to come back tomorrow and put some seed down so we can actually get that stabilized a bit more with grass. So I ended up making $80,000 off this job. That was for the clay and the new dam, but I actually lost $150,000 off this job, which is not good, but you know, you live and you learn. But right now we're actually going to be bringing this dozer back over to the other property and try to push off some topsoil we brought there earlier. I think it should be dry enough. We're not actually going to try to fill that pond until we get the grass down, just to be on the safe side. But this is actually going to be it for this video, and if you guys are enjoying this series and would like to see more, smash the like button and subscribe. you.